Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on where you are. Hi, this is Troy. That's me with Troy's Cards, Cars, and Comics too. That's Cards, Cars, and Comics too. Tonight we're going to go ahead and look at some baseball cards. I had mentioned this on live yesterday, actually Friday, um, but I went ahead and on Whatnot, and I honestly can't stand shopping on or buying on Whatnot. But there was a guy that was selling some cards out of a 1970 set. They looked in decent condition. So what I did is back in January of last year, Mr. Curry, sir, hello. Um, I went ahead and got some 1970s. I got some 1970s to replace, not replace, but when I originally built the set that I completed last January, I went ahead and just grabbed some cards and weren't in the best shape. I have them marked on my checklist as bad or marked, decreased, or whatever. So I replaced those. So tonight we're going to go ahead and open those up. Take a look at how they fit in the set. Dale, you there? Oh, oh, Cesar. Good evening, sir. Good evening. You ready for the season to start? So let's take a look at what I got here. Man, this is pretty tight in here. I don't know how you got it in. Sweet. I don't even know what the roster is looking like for Isaiah. Oh wow, it looks like he top loaded every one of them. That's really really nice. Yes, they want to jump in and say hello. Turn me to die hard. Oh goodness gracious! In a few short months. Well, Kevin, welcome to the world of diecast. Oh my goodness! Yeah, I've never actually counted mine. I'm still pretty sure I got well above that, but that's a lot of cars. Oh, looks like he threw in. Wait, are these not the right cards? These aren't the right cards. Oh, come on, man. Um, do you have one, Dale, or does Vernon have one or two? These aren't the right cards, man. Ah, now I'm upset. Braves. I've got a bunch of, and this was a guy that was buying cards right around the same time I was. Ryan, hello. Dad gummit. Well, let's go ahead and see what the other guy should have bought. I can't believe this crap. Uh, Firefighter 212, apparently. What did I do with the envelope? Let me stick that on the envelope. Alrighty, he would have gotten. Hopefully, he's got my cards, but we'll see what happens at for the Milwaukee Braves on a what year is this? 1960? Anybody know? Carl Willie or Carl Wiley? It's got two L's, so I would say Willie. 60. I was right. Okay. Harry Hannebrink for, oh, this is nice. Actually, I like this card. Milwaukee Braves. Put the sticky note back on it. This is a 61 for the Milwaukee Braves, Joe Adcock. This car's not in too bad shape. Andre Rogers, Rodgers for the Milwaukee Braves. This card's actually looks pretty good too. He might be. I honestly don't know. Let me put the sticky note back on it so I can. Here's the 61 of Carl Willie with the Milwaukee Braves. Spring training today. Diamondbacks came on top, 2-1. Chuck Dressen, manager, Milwaukee Braves. Okay, I've got a 52 Bowman where Dressen is the manager of the. That's that Grady card, the only PSA submission I have ever done. But there's Chuck Dressen as manager of the Milwaukee Braves. That's pretty cool. Charlie Dial, catcher. That one, I don't know if that. The Dressen has the same color and type back as the 61s. Those ones who had a torrential downpour in the valley. So the Dressen has the same back as the 61, so I'm going to go ahead and say that it's a 61, even though the front of the card doesn't have that same look to it. So who'd allow to go on to manage for? That card's got a good bit, not a good bit, but a little bit of a staining on the front of it, the Charlie Lau. The back looks good though. It's got some little bit minor, some very minor creasing. Felix Mantilla, shortstop, second base, and outfield. You're moving back to Daytona Beach, Florida. Yes, Felix Mantilla. 59, I think. 59 tops. And here's Chuck Dressen again. Chuck led the Dodgers to the pennant in 52 and 53. Chuck Dressen. Now I got to go ahead and get on Whatnot tonight and find this guy and say, hey, you sent me the wrong cards. Dadgummit. Johnny Logan. This one's kind of rounded pretty bad. Yes, Dale, we know. Dale says, I am vintage. No, no, Dale. I think the term you're looking for is antique. You are antique. There's a difference between vintage and antique. Dale Notterby, not a not a not a Bart, not a Bari, not a Bart. Nottebart, not a Bart, not Bart. He's not Bart. He's Don. And the last card is, man, I might say that this one didn't come. 63 Warm Spawn. I do like the Spawn. Out of all that, I think the Warm Spawn is probably my favorite. I am somewhat partial to the Atlanta Braves and the Braves organization. Um, oh, JT, I've got what did I write it down? I thought I did. Okay, we were talking about doing extras and everything, and you wanted some pricing on extras, and let me go ahead and propose a trade of sorts for the 68 set. That's the cards I did yesterday when I came on live. Those 68s I put in. Yeah, I didn't come back on actually when I last night when I after the soccer game came back in, was gonna go live, fired up the device, my phone, and oh, hello from Switzerland, right? Let me go ahead and it's 1:37. Wow. Um, okay, thanks, Ryan. I was gonna ask you about that. Yeah, Switzerland. I was correct. Um, so Kyle Bush fan 8 Ryan. I'll try to take a look at it, but I didn't come back on because when I did come back, what's his name? Barrett was on. Barrett comes on Thursday night. So I jumped on with Barrett's stream. We talked cards. I did not open the cards here that I talked about opening last night because it was on his stream and I wanted to do it on my own just to go ahead and find out that they're the wrong cards anyway. But back to what you were saying as far as some of the extras I have. Um, I would willingly go through and try to grab some of the extras and everything. But instead of coming up with a price, what I'd like is on the 68 set those player cards that are at the end of the set. I think it's a total of 30 of them. Are you familiar with? Uh, see that? Well, good night. Appreciate you guys stopping in. And uh, Timo and his family, they do a good bit of traveling. They're originally from Germany. I caught up with them on I think it was one of Surfer's streams or maybe the Rexkin on Rex Freestyle Rips on one of his streams. I don't. I picked up the 68 set. Um, what I got? Two thumbs up. I'm good with that. But I appreciate it, Cesar. Go ahead and knock him out, man. Like I said, like he's saying, thumbs up, guys. No, but really, the 68 set has the blue back playing days cards. They look like a kind of a baseball game. They say single, and thanks, Timo. Um, like fly out things like that, and there's a picture of a player, and it's got a facsimile autograph across it. I've got four of those. I have number 19 Ron Santo, number 27 Al Kaline, number 29 Rod Carew, and number 30 Pete Rose. I think there's 30 or 33 of them. Go ahead and try to find me some of those. That way I don't have to go out and try to buy them. Actually, you got a couple? All right. And we'll see, if you want to go ahead and reach out and see if anybody else can help you out. I would like them in decent shape, no creasing, no marking. Because the four I have are also in decent shape. And they're all blue back, no red back. But yes, I'd like to go ahead. And originally when I made the set, I wasn't going to put those together. But when I was looking through the 68s last night, before I put them up, I got to thinking about what you said about the extras, And then I saw those cards, and I was like, well, let me go ahead and do that. So, uh, SGC, no, no, no. So I pick of one. Okay. Actually, do I have any? I've got your email. Yes, I've got your email address, right? Well, in case I don't, drop me an email so I'll have it. I'm easy enough at Troy's Cards 68 at gmail.com. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I got yours. All right, I'll go ahead and take a picture when I send it to you. And again, see about getting some of those, and we'll just do some trading and do it like that. I'd rather do it like that. That's right, Perverticus. I remember now. I don't grade. Cesar don't grade. But I've been really thinking hard. Last night when I pulled the 68s out, I got to looking at my Ryan. I looked at my 68 Mantle, and I'm not gonna sell that card. If I were to sell that card, I would regret it this as soon as it left my hand. Um, so that entire 68 set is gonna. Well, no, seriously. Now that you mention it, though, I did send out one card, one of my own cards for grading, and I sent out a card um, for Edison. Edison wanted to go ahead and see what his Shining Gyarados was worth, and I didn't want to go ahead and just send that one card in, so I picked up. I've got a 52 Chuck Dressen Brook, Brooklyn Dodgers manager's card that's in great shape. It graded a 5. His Shining Gyarados only graded a 3. So that's my one and only PSA submission. But when we first talked about doing that, Edison and I, my son, um, all my high cards from the 80s. Wow. Um, I really thought about grading a lot of those 68s. I'm sorry, a lot of those 68s. The Ryan, the Mantle, the Bench, um, a few other ones. So Bros, SGC for vintage. The thing I don't like about SGC is the whole, and honestly, I don't know if you've seen the video. Subtext, I missed that. Um, there's a video on YouTube where a guy basically just puts a knife right to the side of an SGC slab and goes and pops it open. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want to do that. I understand that's priced lower now, but um, if I do send the Ryan, at the very least the Ryan in, it's going to be PSA. I'm end up paying an arm and a leg for it. And then uh, another video I did almost that same night was with Aaron over at Sports Cards and Things on Aloha Friday. Um, one night I broke out because, of course, the channel is cards, cars, and comics too, and I had broke out some old comics. Just happened to be the run where Mark Todd McFarlane took over for the Spider-Man titles, and I've got the first title, the first Mark McGuire title. Plus, I have 300. I have the 300, not newsstand, but direct. Uh, Not yet. The wind started coming, but we don't have any rain here yet. Um, well, at least not in Middle Mississippi. It's supposed to be coming. It's supposed to hit here tonight and go on tomorrow. But that 300 in with a good grade like 9 or above is in the thousands. So, and the one I have has no spine ticks at all. It's solid color all along the spine. It's been in a bag since the day I got it probably. Um, I did my newsstand is full of spine ticks because I probably read the puke out of that book. Um, but after looking at that, same thing. I'm not going to sell that book. Uh, but I really wouldn't mind getting it graded. I can't stand the I can't stand the idea of a graded comic book though. Graded comic books are, I'll say it, more offensive to me. They're more offensive than graded cards. At least on a graded baseball card, you could still see the card, front and back in the the slab. On a graded comic book, you'll never open that comic book again, and that kills me. Um, comic books are made to be read, but when you start talking about a book that I paid, a couple of bucks for back when I was in high school, it just, I don't know, it almost doesn't make any sense to not get it graded. So that's my dilemma as far as grading goes. Uh, got to figure out what I'm gonna do with these. I got to contact the guy because I was really looking forward, to getting these 70s. The 70s that had the dents and everything, or not dents, but bad corners, creases, marks. Here's just to go ahead and give you an idea. This is what a 720 card vintage set complete looks like. Sleeved and top loaded. Now I don't know if I tilted it far enough, but I do have a few graded cards for the 70 set. I didn't actually send any to get them graded. I went ahead and just bought a few of them graded. But what I did, and I'll go ahead and show you an example of what I got there. Card number 350 is the Roberto Walker Clemente. So 350, 297, 225, 334, 347. This was my original Clemente. You can see it's well rounded in the corners, really faded. If you look at the back, it looks like it was soaked in oil. That was my original Clemente. And then I went ahead and got it replaced and bought a. And this is what I do in the cards because, of course, I can't, in the box, I can't put the graded cards in their spot. So I do this 350 SGC4 Roberto Clemente. And then there it is. The 1970 Roberto Clemente. Or Bob Clement, if you go far enough back. That's a beautiful card. One that I know JT has seen. See if I can find it real quick. Where has my... No. JT, you've seen this one. Graded a 1. The 1970 Nolan Ryan. Really big crease right there. But the card itself, yeah, still very nice. And then when I picked up this card, I had 2 of them on the way. It was one of the last cards I needed to complete the 70 set, and I jumped on eBay and got both of them, 2 of them, like right around the same week, and they came in. Oh, sorry. The raw card I got, which it's not as bad as the Clemente, but it's kind of rounded. I made a trade with that for that card to one of the fellas in the chat tonight because he was working on the 70 set. So that and a few other cards I had as extras, I traded over to Jay Thompson. One of the hardest cards to get on the 70 set is this one right here. I was amazed at it. I didn't think it would be that hard. Because everybody knows him, but it's the Munson rookie card. It's the only big rookie card of the 1970 set, and it was a lot harder to pick up than I thought it would. I thought it would be. This one's off center a good bit. Rated a 4. The card itself looks great. Yeah, I really didn't expect it to be that difficult to pick up a Thurman Munson rookie. Um, but it ended up being a little more difficult than I just believed it would be. So let me go ahead and show you one um, just because it's the only 1970 rookie card that it's hard to get. Let's see, one of the cards that I was expecting to come in, I'm looking for anything in a 71's pricey if you get in a decent shape. There you go. Gary Wagner, number 627, has a crease in it. See, and let me go ahead and show you how my list looks. This is my checklist when I do a full set. And my legend or key or something. Slash means I've got it. Plus sign means I have extras. That note on the inside, on this one, it says BD. You have to really look at it. It says BD, which is bad. But see, I've got it, bad, but I have a replacement. A circle, when I put a circle, it means that back when I was still building the set, I ordered it. It just hadn't come in yet. When it came in and I added it to the list and I crossed it. 3 1970 sets. But I'm trying to find one where I have multiples. Okay, here's one, the Cleveland team card. The Cleveland team card right there. It's got two vertical lines. That means I've got 2 copies of it. But the Gary Wagner number 627 right there, it's got a message right there, CRS, which has a crease on it. So let me go ahead and find 627. 23, 627. Huh. Did I? Wow. I don't know. I have to. It's a very minor crease. Because I can't see it. I wrote it in my notes. Oh, there it is. Wow, now I see it. The whole top corner's been folded down. Yeah, you can see it there, and if I turn it over, you could really see it on the front. So I was getting a replacement for cards creased like that, but it didn't happen. Really upset about that. 32, 30, 29, 28, 627. Really, that's horrible. So, there you have it. The 1970 replacement filler cards that I didn't get. Need to go ahead and start a binder. See, now these are going to be 67s. Justin. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I was about to say Justin like I knew it, and then all of a sudden wasn't sure. But hey, what's going on? But I've got a bunch of stickers. I think JT knows. I've started working on the Athletics, both Kansas City and Philadelphia, prior to 1968. So look here, this Kansas City Athletics. Hush, Jay. I'm not going to trade you any cards if you keep it up. This card's in great. It's beautiful. Jeez Louise, that's beautiful. B2, B2, this can't be the first time you've come to a stream. Barry, I need to get over your way and catch a game, man. And if you want to come over Middle Mississippi way to see the Frontier League expansion team, the Mississippi Mud Monsters, come on over. Well, how is it that you're not blue? That I didn't wrench you. Everybody's been here before it gets wrenched. Johnny Wyatt, Kansas City Athletics from Buffalo, New York. Played for Hannibal in the MOV League in 54. 55, he was out of organized baseball. Came back in 56 to play for Jacksonville. 57 to 58, he was in military service. Then got back in. There you go. So that's a Kansas City Athletic. Here's Ted Brown. Bosefield. Another nice card. I mean, that's no real rounding on the corners, no real creases or scuffs on the color. The gold and the white still look really nice in the back. Then Jay Thompson's seen all these. Unchecked Series 1 checklist for the, was that 61s, I believe. And here's second series, also unchecked. Third series. Fourth series. Oh, there's the Braves in that one. Kansas City Athletics team card. From 61. All these are 61. Wow. All those are 61s. Norm Seaburn, 267. Jerry Lump, 365. Whitey Herzog with a printing mark right across the middle. Just found out his mom didn't know. Oh, wait. Oh, cool. And his mom didn't know. There's Whitey. Dick Williams, number 8. These cards are pretty good. I mean, just like my Diamondbacks cards, these cards are pretty easy to get. They're only expensive because of the age, but they're in good shape because nobody's flipping through a bunch of athletics cards. Johnny Cooks, or Cooks. Johnny Cooks, it's probably Cooks. But look at that. That card's nice and square. And then Bill Kunkel, rookie. Dave Wickersham, rookie. Leo Posada, rookie. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and probably have to bug out soon too because my phone's about to die. So those are all 61s. These are 67s. Kansas City Athletics team card. Strikeout leader Jim Catfish Hunter with 103 in 1966. Lou Krause, ERA leader. Roger Repos with 11 home runs. RBIs was Dick Green, and hits leader for the 1966 Kansas City Athletics was Bert Campaneris with 153. Berdazzle, hey. Thanks for coming by again. You guys make sure to sub each other up. I don't know how many of you are content creators, But for the content creators, the subs always does help. Helps to go ahead and push your videos to the front, and they get seen more. So, nice collection of 67s. 67 rookie card, Salbendo. Phil Roof. Nice looking card there. Danny Cater. This one's a little older. If you look at the back of it versus, let's say, this one, you can see that the green is really starting to fade, and it's got some discoloration on the edges. Aussie Chaveria. That card is nice and green. Chuck Dobson. Same. But then you get to this Jack Aker. Jack's card is same. Faded with getting some browning around the edges. Mike Hirschberger. Paul Lindblad. Renee Lashman. Who knows him? That card's got some good centering on it too. I'm just looking at that. And it's got a decent back. Ed Charles. Dick Green. And the last, Kansas City Athletic, Jim Catfish Hunter. Now I'm still working on trying to get even more, going farther back. So I'm going to go ahead and start a binder with just Vintage Athletics. And I can't wait to see what happens once they get the uniforms and everything fitted out for the Vegas team. So there we have it, the vintage cards, not the cards I wanted to show, not the cards I was expecting to have. But I'm going to shut it down. Everybody who came by, thank you so very much. I hope they enjoyed the video, hanging out. If I knew my deal, if I knew my home phone number off the top of my head, I'd send it to you. I'm going to try to email you it. Give me a call sometime, man. So everybody else, appreciate you coming by. I hope to see you later on tonight with sports cards and things that'd be aired over at for Aloha Friday. So again, I'm Troy with Troy's Cards, Cars, and Comics. Juice. Thanks, Justin.